Have you seen the so-called deals from German banks where you get 0.5% interest rate for the first 6 months if you open an account? Problem is that after 6 months the interest rate usually goes down to 0, or even worse, it goes from plus 0.5% to minus 0.5%. So in order to get a savings account with a high interest rate, you would have to change your bank every other month and search the internet hours and hours where you can get 0.1% here or 0.2% there. But after watching this video, you can stop wasting your time, because today I'm gonna show you 2 clever solutions that are completely free and very easy to do.
Perfinex, Personal Finance for Expats.
What's up everyone? Welcome to a new investing video from Perfinex. Today, with an answer to a question that we've gotten quite often since the start of this year actually. Seems like more and more German banks are charging negative interest rate on you guys. But they're not calling it negative interest rate, they're basically calling it storage fee. Pretty clever name, I must admit. So if someone from a German bank is watching, congrats to you! For every customer of a German bank, including myself, not congrats to us. We need a solution, because paying 0.5% to have a bank store our money is not an option. I think we can all agree on this. Problem is that these low interest rate savings accounts are the most popular financial product in Germany by a long mile. And if that's not gonna change, German banks are not gonna change. Why would they? Never change a running system. Here's how much money we all have. That's 6.7 trillion euro. That's a lot of money. And 1.7 trillion of that 6.7 trillion, that's a healthy 25%, is laying on bank accounts and saving accounts. Dead. Doing absolutely nothing. Based on these 2 numbers, we know 2 things. First, everyone living here has an average 81,865 euros in assets, and second, 21,229 of that is on bank accounts and saving accounts. Nothing wrong against that. I'm telling you in almost every investing video that you should have an emergency fund of at least 3 months of your expenses. Now, 21k is a lot higher than 3 months of average income or expenses, but hey, you do you. You know that your emergency fund is high enough when you can sleep well, and you know that if something happens, washing machine breaks, you need a new tooth, car breaks down, you can pay for it. So far so good. But you shouldn't have to pay for the privilege of having an emergency fund. At least that's my humble opinion. So today I have 2 options for you that will solve your problem. But before, we need to clarify exactly how your solution can look like. Because there are 2 different kinds of possible solutions. First one is a traditional savings account, as you probably know it already. You open the account, transfer money to it, and get your interest rate on that. This account is also for a limited amount of time, until you close it, which you can do every single day. You can also withdraw and transfer to and from this account every single day. That's why we call it Tagesgeld in German. Pretty straightforward account. The other form of savings account exists for a specific amount of time that you agree on with the bank. It's usually between 1 year to a maximum of 10 years. In this time period, your money is locked. So no additional deposits to this account, and of course no withdrawals. Maybe you can cancel your fixed term savings account at some banks, but they'll charge you a penalty of course. And that's why this savings account is called Festgeld in German. Basically, locked account. Now, why would anybody lock their own money away for up to 10 years? You have 3 seconds to think before I give you the solution. Right! Very good! You get a high interest rate of course. The longer you lock your money away, the more interest rate you'll get. So the Tagesgeld is perfect for your emergency fund, because you might need that if an emergency happens. Hopefully not, but nobody knows, right? Right. And the Festgeld is perfectly if you saved money to purchase real estate in a couple of years. That's also a question we get asked a lot. Hey, I have some savings and want to buy a home in 2 to 3 years. What can I do with my savings? Here you go. By the way, if you're looking to buy real estate in Germany, you'll most likely need a bank loan. And that's when you need a really good Schufa score. And opening these savings accounts and fixed-term saving accounts will not affect your Schufa score, because they cannot go below 0 anyway. Only regular bank accounts can be in the minus, and that's why they might affect your Schufa score negatively. If you want to know more about Schufa itself, how to increase your Schufa score, and what you definitely should avoid to not up your Schufa score, check out these videos. And if you're looking to buy real estate in Germany, but you're not sure if renting or buying is better for you, this video will help you out. Link to all of these videos is in the description. Now that we separated the different form of savings accounts, let's see where you can get them. Not in German banks, that's for sure. We have to look at banks in other countries inside the European Union. And why within the EU? Because it's safe. Kind of. I'll tell you shortly. Now, you can either travel to all these different countries within the EU that offer a high interest rate savings account, which would be a huge waste of money and is a little difficult right now anyway, right? Or you use Weltsparen or Zinspilot. With these two companies, you will always have access to savings accounts with the highest interest rate right from your computer or smartphone. Here's how it works. With both Weltsparen and Zinspilot, you open an account, preferably with the link in the description, gives bonuses to both of us, and right after your account is ready to go, you will have access to exclusive and high interest rate paying savings accounts in the whole European Union. Both savings accounts and fixed term savings accounts, that is. Here you can see offers up to 0.27% for a regular savings account that you can access every single day, or interest rates up to 1.5% per year if you're willing to go for a fixed term savings account. Right now, there's even a German bank offering 1.5% interest rate, which is super rare. But apparently they'll decrease the interest rate soon. So be fast and secure this offer before it goes away. You can also get 1.7% interest rate per year if you're willing to have a fixed term savings account in US dollar. Can be good, can be not so good. If the dollar goes down 1.7% per year compared to the euro, you're basically a 0% return. If the dollar goes up 1.7%, you double your return. But nobody knows. Just be aware that there's a chance and also a risk investing in different currencies. And don't look at historical returns between those two currencies. Why? Because past performance is no guarantee for future results. By clicking these buttons on Weltsparen or Zinspilot, you can instantly secure these offers very easily. Most of the time, no additional paperwork needed, and you can start earning interest right away. F you German banks with your Verwahrentgelt. And when you decide to go for a fixed term savings account, as soon as the time's up, you can conveniently secure the newest best offer within the EU with your one Weltsparen or Zinspilot account. No need to open and close accounts anymore in the traditional old-fashioned way. So for the first time in my YouTube career history, I can finally answer the single most question we get asked all the time.
Hey Axel, what's the best?
There you go. Now you can go to our website and find a calculator for the best savings account and fixed term savings account in the EU. Just type in how much you want to put in the account, how much time you have, and the calculator will do the rest. Links in the description. Or you check out Weltsparen and Zinspilot directly with the links in the description. And when you do, we should both get a bonus. You should get one, depending on the time you click on the link, and we'll get one. So you can support our project at no extra cost for you. What a time to be alive, huh? Now, there's two important things that we should talk about before you decide which savings account to open with either Weltsparen or Zinspilot. Taxes and the safety of your hard-earned money. You can probably imagine the answer to both of these questions already. It depends. The tax situation is very easy with German banks, right? Right. It's a flat 25% capital gains tax for every euro you earn above 801 euro. That's right, you'll get free money. But you have to tell your bank, otherwise they'll pay your capital gains tax straight to Finanzamt. I'm explaining all the details in this video. Link is in the description. For non-German banks, that is not that easy, of course, because capital gains tax in other countries in the European Union ranges from 10% to 30%. Good news is that the taxation within the EU is pretty harmonized already. So you will be treated as you were saving at a German bank. Meaning, even if you pay more capital gains taxes in the country you save with Weltsparen and Zinspilot, you'll get your taxes back when you do a tax declaration. One more reason to do a tax declaration, guys. Another good news, both Weltsparen and Zinspilot have a very detailed description about taxation on their websites. So if you're wondering what to do, just check out their instructions. Very easy to do. Now, a second important question is the safety of your savings. It's not a question if Weltsparen or Zinspilot are safe, by the way. They're only the intermediary showing you the best offers in the EU. You will have savings at the account at these banks, so it's a question if these banks are safe. And there's actually two layers to this. In theory, your money is completely safe. Why? Because we have the so-called deposit insurance in the EU, meaning all your savings up to 100,000 euro are insured by the national government. 100,000 euro per bank per customer. So if you have 100,000 euro each at 5 different banks and they all go broke, in theory all your money is safe. German banks, other banks, all the same in the EU. And so far, not a single euro was lost since they introduced the deposit insurance in 1994, which is quite impressive. But in reality, you know that national governments are not the fastest institutions in the world. And since they have to pay the bill if a bank goes broke, it can take quite some time until you actually have your money back. A good example is the Icelandic bank Kaupthing that went bust in the financial crisis of 2008-2009. Of course, the Icelandic government had to pay the bill, but they weren't exactly happy to do so. So everyone who had savings accounts with Kaupthing Bank had to wait months before they got their money back. What does this mean for you now? Be aware that a higher return, in this case interest rate, means a higher risk. If you want zero risk, then you'll get a 0% interest rate right now. Or a minus interest rate here at German banks. If you take a little risk, you can get up to 1.7% return at Weltsparen and Zinspilot. And Weltsparen is actually showing you very transparently how good or how bad a country is rated by the independent rating agency Standard & Poor's in terms of safety. And if you're willing to take a little more risk, start investing. Just a couple of weeks ago, we released a video with more possibilities for passive income. Interest income is just one of them. You can also invest in stocks and ETFs or in real estate. And if you're willing to take all the risk, go to a casino or play the lottery. Please don't do that. That's very stupid to gamble your hard-earned money away. And please don't be stupid. Don't pay minus 0.5% for the privilege of having a German savings account or a fixed-term savings account. And check out Weltsparen and Zinspilot with the links in the description. And if you're having questions about your very own financial situation, write us a comment, text us on WhatsApp, or book a free meeting at our homepage. See you next week. Take care, my friends.